Hello, and welcome to yet another installment of the How to Be a Gentleman video series. If you missed any of the other gentlemanly topics, they are all listed and linked in the description. Chewing gum. It's a great way to ensure that your breath is minty fresh, but if you don't understand the basics of gum chewing etiquette, it's also a great way to look rude, unrefined, and like a cow chewing his cud. Moo. So now, let's go over some gum chewing rules of thumb to ensure that if you're going to chew, you do it like a gent. A gentleman chews gum with his mouth closed. Just like eating, you should be chewing without letting everybody see what you're chewing on. Chewing gum with your mouth closed is also the best way to ensure that you're not one of those loud, obnoxious gum chewers. The ones that lips are smacking. It just sounds like there is a party in their mouth. It's all moist and A gentleman avoids blowing bubbles. Now, if you're alone, right, you're driving in your car, you're out for a stroll, and you want to be my bubble blowing guest, go for it. But as soon as you get in the company of others, stop with the bubble blowing. A gentleman also avoids incessantly cracking his gum. A gentleman does not chew gum when having a conversation with a business associate. Now, it used to be totally taboo to chew gum at work. It was like unacceptable, right? Well, we're starting to be like, you want to chew gum, go ahead. But a general rule of thumb that I would like to recommend is that if you're going to be dealing with other people and you're going to be communicating, then you should definitely not have gum in your mouth. This goes for networking functions, this goes for meetings, this goes for pretty much going to see your neighbor at the next cubicle. You got to take the gum out because there are a few reasons. One, it's distracting. Two, it can look like you're not paying attention. Now, there is an upside to chewing gum, all right? After a meal, it helps remove the particles of food, and it also helps remove bacteria. It also freshens your breath. I mean, come on, who wants to be hanging out with dudes with stinky, funky breath? Nobody, right? So after a meal, you want to pop a piece of gum in, chew it for a little bit, cool. But if you're going to be interacting, I would say a general rule is spit it out, but not on the ground. A gentleman never spits his gum on the ground or even in the bushes, right? He knows that it is responsible and also just the right thing to do to dispose of it in the proper place. A trash can or even the toilet, not the urinal, because that's also disgusting. You know what I'm talking about. You go up to a urinal and you're like, oh dude, there's like 5 pieces of gum in there. How nasty is that? Low class, low budget. A gentleman is not the person spitting the gum in the urinal. He's going for the toilet or the trash can. Exactly. Now, what happens if you go out to eat, right? You got gum in your mouth, you sit down, and you're like, oh, I'm going to put it in a napkin, right? Well, what if the napkins are cloth? Exactly. Sugar. Sugar packets are a great way, and usually they are on the table for you to take it out, put your gum in the sugar packet, fold it in half, and then place it in your pocket. Don't leave it on the table. All right, don't put it in the chair, don't throw it on the ground, in your pocket. But you need to remember that that gum and sugar is in your pocket, or else you're gonna wash it and you're gonna have a mess. Or simply excuse yourself, go to the bathroom, and dispose of it in the trash can. This is a better option. Gum. A gentleman chews it. It's fine. If he knows when, where, and how to do it. If he doesn't, he's got no business with it. Go with breath strips or mints. Guys, now you know how to chew gum. Actually, more like how not to chew gum like a gentleman.